pardon, Priestess, but you've been staring out across Ashenvale for hours.
I sense something dark stirring within the forest, Chandris. It feels as if it's heading this way.
The Greenskins who killed Cenarius?
Perhaps. Perhaps something more.
Put your backs into it. Jaina and the Orc War Chief expect this base to be built swiftly.
Ah, we shouldn't even be here. Or siding with the orcs.
We're here to hunt the remaining demons, human. You're lucky our goals are the same.
All right, you men. Mind your business. Back to work.
So, these orcs and humans presume to run rampant through our lands? They will regret ever stepping foot into Ashenvale. We will establish a base and deal with these outlanders as they deserve. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. The Tree of Life is the heart of our Night Elf villages. Use the tree's ability to entangle the gold mine. After entangling the mine, send wisps in to extract gold. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. Wisps are friendly spirits that harvest gold and lumber for our villages. They also create the structures that allow us to train more warriors. I heed the voice of Elune. Immediately.
I stand ready.
The goddess calls. By Elune. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune.
Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
Insufficient gold.
The moon wells are the source of our nourishment and strength. You can build additional moon wells to nourish more troops. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? To train more troops, construct an ancient of war.
Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds? Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds?
Your building is complete.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
I stand ready.
I heed the voice
waiting
of
on
Elune.
you.
Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman.
Your building is complete.
I stand ready.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Your building is complete.
I stand ready.
The goddess calls.
I stand ready.
The goddess calls. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills.
We are preparing to leave this place, priestess. There is a terrible evil corrupting these lands, and I will not allow it to consume my people. Unfortunately, we cannot leave until the rest of our tribe has been accounted for.
Do not fear, Old One. I will find your tribesmen and lead them back to you.
Thank you, priestess. We will reward you when you return.
Someone threatens the wilds? By Elune. So be it. Immediately.
Insufficient gold.
As the goddess wills.
In the name of Thanarius.
I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. The goddess calls. Immediately.
I stand ready.
Ashrathoraman. So be it.
On your mark.
I heed the voice
Fair
of Elune.
enough.
Someone threatens the
I
wilds.
stand ready. Your move. Done.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Point the way. I stand
Ashrathoraman.
ready. Your move.
Someone threatens the wilds. By
I
Elune.
stand ready. Waiting on you. All too easy.
The goddess
On your mark.
calls.
Your move.
Ashrathoraman.
On your mark.
I heed the voice of
Point the
Elune.
way. Waiting on you.
I await your command. Excellent.
I stand ready.
Absolutely.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Create more meaning.
The goddess calls.
On your mark.
Someone threatens the
Waiting on you.
wilds.
All too easy.
Your building is complete.
Point the way.
I heed the voice of
I
Elune.
stand ready. Waiting on you. Done. On
Ashrathoraman.
your mark. Your
into the wilds. As the goddess wills.
Waiting on you. On your mark.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess
the way.
calls. Someone threatens
Your
the wilds.
move. On your mark. Point the way.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your building is complete.
So be it.
Let's get going. No problem. Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman.
Waiting on you.
Immediately.
Your move.
As
your
the
mark.
goddess wills.
Your building is complete.
Someone
I
threatens the
stand
wilds.
ready. Your move. Point the way. Waiting on you.
The goddess
I'm
calls.
listening. No problem.
I stand ready. Waiting on you.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Point the way. Say no more.
The goddess calls.
Anudora.
Your move. Cry havoc.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Hindu Refat.
On your
Ashrathoraman.
mark.
Someone
On your
threatens the
mark.
wilds.
Waiting on you.
By
Point the
Elune.
way.
So
Your
be it.
move.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Waiting on you. Your move. I stand ready to way. On your mark. Fair enough. On your mark. Done.
Someone
Your
threatens the
move.
wilds.
Waiting on you.
The goddess calls.
Point the way.
Immediately.
Waiting on you. Your
Ashrathoraman.
move.
I heed the voice of
I
Elune.
stand ready. Point the way.
The goddess
All
calls.
too easy. Fair enough.
Ashrathoraman. Bandu Thoribas mortals, you will pay for defiling these lands. Someone threatens the wilds.
Waiting on you.
Your building is. I await your command. Excellent. Your
On your
building
mark.
is complete. Let's get going.
The voice of Elune.
On your mark.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Let's get going.
Someone threatens the wilds.
I'm listening.
The goddess calls.
Point the way.
As
On
the
your mark.
goddess wills.
Our champion has fallen.
I stand ready.
We can't build there.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I await
Waiting
your
on you.
command.
Point the way.
I await your command.
On I stand ready.
Let's get going. I'm listening. Absolutely.
Your move. Done. Waiting on you.
Let's get going.
Point the way. Point the way. All too easy. All too easy.
I'm listening.
On your mark.
I await your
Our
command.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Excellent.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I await your command.
I stand ready. Your move. Waiting on you.
I'm listening.
Point the way.
Your building is complete.
On your mark. Fair enough. I stand ready. Your move.
Let's get going.
Waiting on you.
I await
the
your
way,
command.
Our warriors have
Unlisten
engaged the
On your
enemy.
mark, say no more. I stand ready. Waiting on you. Point the way. Fair enough. On your mark.
Let's get going.
You're all too
Sentinels,
easy.
attack!
Someone threatens the wilds.
I stand ready. Your move. Say no more.
Many thanks, priestess. Now we can evacuate the village. Please accept the aid of our champion. He will protect your life with his own.
Your offer is a generous one. May a loon light your path to safety. I heed the voice of Elun.
On your mark.
Ashrathoraman.
Done.
The goddess
I stand
calls.
ready. Waiting on you.
Someone threatens the
On your
wilds.
mark. Enough.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Your move.
I heed the
I
voice
stand
of
ready.
Sin.
Waiting on you. Point the way.
Our warriors
On
have
your mark.
engaged the enemy.
The goddess
You're
calls.
all too easy. Point the way. Done.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice.
Fire. Done. I stand ready. Point the way. All too easy.
The goddess calls.
Waiting on you. I stand ready.
Elun gives me strength.
It's the undead! Defend yourselves!
They must have followed us from Lordaeron.
Helen, save us. The dead advance in waves.
We are no match for a force this fast. Quickly, my sisters, back to the trees.
The undead are tireless. There's no way to outrun them.
You see, Lord Archimond, we need not fear the Night Elves. The Scourge can...
Archimond, after 10,000 years, how is it possible?
The Legion has returned to consume this world, woman. And this time, your troublesome race will not stop us. Fools! You let her slip away! Find her, damn you! Find her and kill her!
The day we have long feared has finally come. The Burning Legion has returned. I must cross the river and warn the rest of my sisters before all is lost. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun.
These damn Night Elves cannot escape us. Lord Archimond wants them found.
So be it. By Elun. I must must avoid being seen. Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately.
Lord Archimon wishes us to corrupt this forest, and we shall.
By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. As the goddess wills. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. So be it. Immediately. By Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. The goddess calls, as the goddess wills. So be it. By Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. So be it. Okalandor. By Elun. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls, as the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elun. By Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately. Ashrathoraman. So be it. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
In the name of Cenarius.
By Elun.
Alunadore, priestess. We are yours to command.
As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman.
On your mark.
Someone threatens
Foul humans. You cannot evade the goddess's wrath.
Our allies tarry
by
in front.
Elun.
Inventory.
Clearly the humans have no love for the undead, but I dare not trust them. The goddess calls.
Okalandor. In the name of Cenarius.
I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wild.
Okalandor. Anudora. Anudora.
Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun, those orcs appear to be guarding some magical treasure. It might prove useful to me. So be it. Immediately. So be it. I heed the voice
Our
of Elun.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
By Elun. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wall. The goddess calls.
On your mark. Send the You move. Fair enough.
I heed the voice of Alun.
Make it Alun Adore, priestess. Be wary. The Doomguards command shades that can see us even when we meld with the shadows. We'd best stay away from them.
Someone threatens the wild. The goddess calls. By Elun. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathor.
Silly night elf. You cannot hide from us.
Okalamdor. I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls.
In the name of Thanarius, our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. The
Your
goddess.
shadow powers will not hide you from our sight.
Ashrathoraman.
Speak your mind.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it. Immediately. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. The goddess calls.
Anudora.
So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately.
Okalamdor.
So be it.
On your mark. Thandu doth Balore.
Ishnu Allah, sisters. It is I, Tyrande. Things the wilds. I heed the voice of Elun.
Waiting on you.
Ashrathoraman.
I walk in shadow.
Immediately. By Elun.
Point the way.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess
On your mark.
calls.
I am
As
sworn
the
to
goddess
avenge.
wills. Someone threatens the
Standing
wilds.
guard.
I heed the
In
voice
position.
of Elun.
Make it
Ashrathoraman.
fast.
The goddess calls.
Speak your
Ashrathoraman.
mind. Our warriors
Ah.
have
These abandoned ballistas will help me break through the undead fortifications.
make it fast.
I heed the voice. of
Standing
Elun.
guard.
The goddess calls. Someone
I am
threatens the
sworn
wild.
to avenge.
Ashrathoraman.
In position. I am sworn to avenge. Make it fast. Absolutely.
I heed the voice of
In
Elun.
position.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills. The goddess
Standing guard.
calls. I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman.
Our warriors have
Someone
engaged
threatens
the
wild.
enemy.
Immediately. By Elun. So be it.
Speak your mind.
Ashrathoraman.
Standing
I
guard.
heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately. The goddess calls.
I am
The
sworn
goddess
to
calls.
avenge.
Someone threatens the wilds? So be it. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman.
In position.
I heed the voice
Make it
of Elune.
fast.
Someone threatens the wilds?
In
The
position.
goddess calls.
Tyrande, praise Elune you've made it. The undead appeared out of nowhere and attacked our village without warning.
Ishnudaldieb Chandris, we have a greater problem. The undead were sent here by the Burning Legion, our ancient enemies of old. Against such might, we have only one option. We must awaken the druids. With Cenarius dead, it falls to us to awaken the druids. We must recover the demigod's horn from the sacred Moonglade Isle. Only its clarion call can awaken the druids from their slumber.
But, Priestess, the orcs have established a crude settlement upon the Isle. We'll need to fight our way through them to reach Cenarius' horn.
Priestess Tyrande, thank Elune we found you. The undead are advancing upon the nearby barrow dens. The dens seem abandoned, but
There is one druid sleeping within them, sister. He is the wisest and most powerful of all the druids. He must be warned that the Legion has returned.
then we'd better hurry. If the undead overtake his den before he's awakened.
Let us make haste, my sisters. Immediately. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
What is
The
nature's call?
goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds? Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? So be it. By Elune.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. More lumber is required. Research finished.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
More lumber is required.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune.
Can I help you?
Someone threatens the wilds? As the goddess wills. So be it. The goddess calls.
More lumber is required. Insufficient gold. Goddess, light
Ashrathoraman.
my path.
The goddess
Make
calls.
it fast.
Someone threatens the wilds? Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune.
I am sworn to avenge.
Strike fast! Ensnare them all before they regroup.
In position. Your building is complete. Research finished.
The goddess calls.
Goddess, light my path.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Your building is complete. Research finished.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune.
Your building is complete.
Someone threatens the wild.
Are we being invaded?
Your building is complete.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Goddess, light
What
my
is nature's
path.
call?
Someone threatens the wilds.
I am sworn to avenge.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Standing guard.
Immediately. Immediately. As the goddess.
Oparogar! For what she throw!
Trouble? In position. Goddess, light my path.
Ashrathoraman. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune.
Make it fast.
By Elune.
Create more moons.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Goddess, light my path. Speak your mind. I walk in shadow.
Ashrathoraman.
In position. I am sworn to avenge. Speak your mind. Goddess, light my path. Standing guard. Research finished.
The goddess calls. So be it.
Make it fast.
Are we being invaded?
Someone
Speak your mind. Make it
I heed
fast.
the voice of a wind.
Light my path. In position. I shall not fear. I swear to avenge. Absolute.
The goddess calls.
Stand
I
in
heed the
guard.
voice of a wind.
In position.
Someone threatens the wild.
I swear to avenge. Make it fast.
As the goddess
Are we being invaded? Taste my spear.
Research
I'm
finished.
dead. Making trails.
someone threatens the wild.
Standing
The
guard.
goddess calls.
What is nature's call?
Priestess, the undead draw near the Barrow Den. Shando Stormrage will be defenseless.
The goddess
I am
calls.
sworn to avenge.
By Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
Goddess, light my path. Our warriors have
Standing
engaged
guard.
the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind.
I heed the voice.
Make it fast. I am sworn to avenge. As the goddess light my path. Speak your mind.
The goddess calls.
In position.
I heed the voice.
Standing guard.
Someone threatens the wild.
These elves are stronger than we thought.
Our warriors have engaged light in my path.
Someone threatens the wild.
Standing guard.
Ashra Thoram.
In position. A Kalamdash.
I heed the voice of the wind.
Speak your mind.
Immediately. The goddess calls.
Make it
I heed the
fast.
voice
I
of the
will
wind.
light my path. Goddess, light my path.
Your building is complete.
Ashra Thoram. Someone threatens the wilds.
Standing guard.
The goddess calls.
I am sworn to avenge. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Make it
The
fast.
goddess calls.
Cease.
Ashra Thoram.
In position.
I heed the voice of the wind.
A Kalamdash. Goddess, light my path. Absolutely.
I heed the voice
In
of the wind.
position.
Someone threatens the wild.
I am sworn to avenge Shadow. Our warriors have
Thoram.
engaged the enemy.
In the name
Make
of
it
Thanarius.
fast.
The goddess calls. Ashra Thoraman. By Elune.
Goddess,
I
light
heed the voice
standing
of the
guard.
wind.
As the goddess
Someone
wills.
threatens the wild.
Speak your mind. My
The goddess
wish is
calls. So be it. The goddess calls.
Make it
Someone
fast.
threatens the wild. Ashra Thoraman.
In position.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Insufficient gold.
Someone threatens the wild. Ashra
Goddess,
Thoraman.
light my path. I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Our warriors have
I
engaged
heed
the
the
enemy.
voice of Elune. I
Standing
heed the
guard.
voice of Elune.
I shall not fear.
Someone threatens the wild.
I am sworn to
By
avenge.
Elune.
In position.
The goddess
Goddess,
calls.
light my path.
So be it.
Our
Make it
warriors have
fast.
engaged the enemy.
Speak
your mind.
as the goddess wills. Immediately.
In the name of Cenarius.
Threatens the wilds.
Someone
Make
threatens
it
the wild.
fast. I walk
I
in
heed the
shadow.
voice of
Speak
the
your
Lord.
mind. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Standing guard, goddess light my
Priestess, the undead have nearly reached the Barrow Den. You must hurry and recover the horn.
Heed the voice of the Lord.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind is over.
Ashatoraman.
Standing guard.
Someone threatens
Inventory
the wild.
is full.
By Elun. So be it, as the goddess wills. Someone threatens
Goddess
the wild.
lights my path to avenge.
Feel
Ashatoraman.
nature's wrath.
The goddess
In
calls.
position. Make it fast.
I heed the voice of the Lord.
Speak your
I
mind.
heed the voice of the Lord. Ashatoraman.
I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls.
In position.
For the
Someone
great
threatens the
mother.
wild.
Goddess light my path.
Someone threatens the wild. Immediately,
Make it fast.
the goddess calls.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Standing guard.
Ashatoraman. Immediately. So be it.
None shall harm the wilds.
By enemy. As the goddess wills. So be it. I heed the voice of the Lord.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Goddess light my
Someone
path.
threatens the wild.
Standing guard. As the goddess wills.
The goddess calls.
Make it fast. I shall not fear. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of the Lord. Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice of the Lord. Ashatoraman. By enemy. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
I am sworn. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
In position. Standing
I
guard,
heed the
light my
voice of the
path.
Lord.
In position. I walk
The
in
goddess
shadows.
calls. By Elun.
Speak your mind.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Our warriors have
fast.
engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of the Lord.
I am sworn to avenge. Goddess, light my path. Come and
Ashrathoraman.
speak your mind. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wild. So be it. By Elun.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
At last, the horn of Cenarius.
The horn has sounded, and I have come, as promised. I smell the stench of decay and corruption in our land. That angers me greatly. Come forth, you defenders of old. Crush these invaders, as you did in ages past. It has been 1,000 years since I last looked upon you, Tyrande. I thought of you every moment I roamed through the Emerald Dream.
My heart rejoices to see you again, my love. But I would not have awakened you unless the need was urgent.
In the dream, I felt our land being corrupted, just as if it were my own body. You were right to awaken me.
The Burning Legion has returned. Cenarius is dead, and Outlanders roam freely through our most sacred vales.
As was foretold. No doubt Archimond will make his way to Hyjal Summit and attack the World Tree. If he succeeds in draining the tree's energies, this world will be doomed.
My only thought was to awaken you and the rest of the Druids. The Druids of the Talon reside within the Barrow Dens at the end of this valley. If we can reach them, we may have a chance to stop Archimond and his demons.
That did it, boys! We've driven them off! Let's regroup back at the base and tend to our wounded.
So, the Outlanders battle against the undead as well. They could prove to be powerful allies against Archimond and his ilk.
They are mongrels and nothing more. They are responsible for Cenarius' death. I will be damned before I stand with them.
Perhaps you are right, my love. We will establish our new settlement here. Keep your sentries alert. I doubt that we have seen the last of the Outlanders or the undead.
As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds. Hinduli Refad. The goddess calls. So be it. Ashrathorama. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathorama.
Threatens these lands.
Ashrathorama. The goddess calls.
Research finished.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I heed the voice.
Is there trouble?
Someone threatens the wild.
Your building is complete.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathorama.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathorama.
Research finished.
The goddess
Ah, the
calls.
great outdoors.
Immediately.
Our gold mine is running low.
The goddess calls. Our resources are depleting fast. We must find another gold mine and muster our forces. Only then will we be able to reach the Barrow Dens. Ashrathorama.
Ah, the great outdoors. Hi!
So be it.
In the name of Scenario.
Someone threatens the wild.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice. The goddess
Ah, the
It shall
great
be done.
outdoors.
The goddess calls.
Threatens these lands. For Kalimdor
Ashrathoraman. By English.
is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
More lumber is required.
Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. Wait! I know those furbolgs. They escaped from Ashenvale when the corruption started to spread.
Perhaps they did not escape the corruption after all.
The goddess
the
calls.
great outdoors.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone in the wall. The goddess calls.
My senses.
Someone in the wild.
The land and I one.
Ashrathoraman.
What is nature's call?
I heed the voice of Elune.
I've never seen the creature so aggressive before.
Then I will put an end to their curse. Undo Falador!
Has sleep
I heed the
dulled my
voice of Elune.
senses? Ashtherodana.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
The goddess calls.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Someone threatens the wild. For Kalimdor.
Our sacred grove is being
Threatens these
desecrated.
lands.
I heed the voice
Is
of
there
Elune.
trouble?
As the goddess wills.
Something is amiss. Anudora.
Someone threatens the wild.
What threatens these lands? For
The
Kalimdor.
goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Has
Ah,
sleep
the
dulled
great
my
outdoors.
senses?
Is there trouble?
I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune.
The land and I are
Ashrathoraman.
one.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Something is amiss.
Making trails.
The land and I are one.
Research them.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills. Your building is complete.
Threatens these lands. Anudora.
Someone threatens the wilds.
What is nature's call?
Your building is
The
complete.
goddess
Your building
calls.
is complete.
O Kalimdor.
Your building is complete.
Induli Refad.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashrathoraman. heed the voice of Elune. So be it.
Something
Someone
is
comes
amiss.
the wild.
The land is
I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished.
The great outdoors.
as sleep dulled my senses.
The
Our
goddess
warriors
calls.
have engaged the enemy.
Are we being invaded? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game.
Our sacred
goddess
grove is
calls.
being desecrated.
Immediately.
What threatens these lands?
Hi! Making trails.
Our gold mine is
Taste
rolling.
my spear.
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the
Are we
voice of
being
Elune.
invaded?
Immediately.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens
The
the
land
wild.
and I are one.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess calls.
What is nature's call?
As sleep dulled my senses.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I heed the
What
voice.
is nature's call? Are we being invaded? For the trees.
The goddess
The land and I are one.
Is there trouble? Aim dead center.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Hi! Hi!
You've changed, Tyrande. There is little mercy left in you.
Long ago, I swore to protect this land. I never had the luxury of sleeping through times of great peril.
If your endless vigil has hardened you, my love, it must be part of your goddess's plan. Ashtarodama.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our sacred grove is being
The
desecrated.
goddess calls.
What is nature's call?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Are we being invaded?
Something is amiss.
The great outdoors.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
Something is amiss. The land
Ashrathoraman.
and
Is there
I
trouble?
are one.
Waiting on you. All too easy.
Someone threatens the
As
wild.
sleep dulled my senses.
Gold mine has collapsed.
Is there
Threatens
trouble?
these lands.
I heed the
The
voice of
land and
Elune.
I are one.
The goddess calls.
As sleep
The
dulled
There
my
is danger ahead, priestess. You must proceed with caution.
Voice of Elune.
What threatens these
Someone
lands?
threatens the wilds.
The land
Ashrathoraman.
and I are one. As
Are we
sleep
being
dulled
invaded?
my senses.
The goddess
Research
calls.
finished.
What threatens these lands? Something
I heed the
is
voice
amiss.
of Elune. Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice
The
of
As
great
sleep
outdoors.
dulled my senses.
What is nature's call?
Someone
Kalimdor.
threatens the wilds.
The land and I
The
are
goddess
one.
calls.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Something is amiss.
Lead the way. I'll give it a shot.
Hi! I'm game.
Someone threatens the
What
wild.
threatens these lands?
Our
Ashrathoraman.
warriors have
Something is
engaged the
amiss.
enemy.
I heed the
great
voice.
Anudora.
outdoors.
Create more moon.
As sleep
What is
dulled
nature's
my
call?
senses.
Calls.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
Are we being invaded?
On your mark.
Make it fast. For the trees.
The goddess calls.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ashrathoraman.
Is there trouble?
I heed the voice of a loon.
What threatens these lands?
Hi! Making trails. Gladly.
Is amiss.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the
What
wild.
threatens
Your
these
building
lands?
is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I heed the voice of a loon.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens
It
the
shall
wild.
be done.
The hunt is on. Gladly.
I heed the voice of a loon.
Threatens these lands.
Ashrathoraman.
The land and I.
Are we being invaded? Is there trouble? For the trees. The great
The
outdoors.
goddess calls.
Is amiss.
The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands?
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I
What is
are
nature's
one.
call?
I heed the voice of a loon.
Is there trouble? I'm game. Making trails.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The great out. Hi!
I heed the voice of a loon. Someone threatens the wild. As the goddess wills.
Amiss.
Are we being invaded?
Our
I'm
warriors
game.
have engaged the
The
enemy.
goddess calls. So be it.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
Research finished.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my
Insufficient gold.
senses?
What is nature's call?
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of a loon.
The great
The
outdoors.
goddess calls.
Threatens these
In
lands.
position. Absolute.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds.
In position. I am sworn to revenge.
What is nature's call? Is there trouble?
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep
Make it fast.
I heed the voice.
Our
Land
warriors
and
have engaged the enemy. Insufficient sleep.
Is there trouble?
I walk in the shadow.
Ashrathoraman.
is amiss.
Hi! Making trails. Are we being invaded? Gladly.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens
What is
these
nature's
lands?
call? Are we being invaded? For the trees. I'm game.
Someone threatens the
I
wild.
are one.
I heed the voice of a
Make
loon.
it fast.
Is there trouble?
I heed the voice of a loon.
Something is amiss.
As the goddess wills.
The land and I
Hi! Gladly.
has sleep dulled my senses.
What is nature's call? What is nature's call? For the trees. Is there trouble?
The
Making
goddess
trails.
calls. So be it.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these
Our
lands.
sacred grove
Someone
is being
threatens the wild.
desecrated.
Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the
Has
voice.
sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess.
land.
Be careful, priestess. These woods are overrun by the dead.
The goddess calls.
Are we being
Something
invaded?
Our
is amiss.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Immediately.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice.
What is nature's call? Is there trouble?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the
Is
land.
there trouble?
My senses.
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
What is nature's call?
In possession. I heed the voice.
Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoraman.
Has
Is there trouble?
my senses.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Are we being
I are
invaded?
one.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands. Something is amiss. Ashtherodanador.
The goddess
The
calls.
land and I are
What is
one.
nature's call?
Our warriors
Your
have
building
engaged
is
the enemy.
complete.
Research finished.
Someone
Has
threatens the wild.
sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess
What
calls.
is
Threatens
nature's
these
call?
lands? Has
Ashrathoraman.
we being
sleep
invaded?
dulled my senses? The land and I are one. For Kalimdor, it shall be done. Anudora,
I heed the voice of
Is there
Elune.
trouble?
is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
Threatens these lands.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the
The land
voice.
and I are
The goddess calls.
one.
Are
What
we being
threatens these
invaded?
lands?
Our gold mine is
The
running
goddess
low.
calls.
What is
Sleep
nature's
dulled
call?
my senses.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Is there trouble? For the trees. Making trails.
Someone threatens
Is
the
there
wild.
trouble?
Is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
The land
What is
and I
nature's
are
call?
one.
I heed the voice
Ah,
of Elune.
the great outdoors.
Something
Are we
is
being
amiss.
invaded?
Light my
I
path.
heed the voice of
Speak
Elune.
your name. Research finished.
Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor,
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
dulled my
What is
senses.
nature's call?
Someone threatens the
The
wild.
land and I are one.
As the
Our
goddess
warriors
calls.
have engaged the enemy.
Is there trouble? Gladly.
The goddess calls.
Sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashtherodanador.
Someone threatens the wild.
Sacred grove is being desecrated.
What is nature's
Our
call?
warriors have engaged the enemy.
Is there trouble?
Threatens these lands.
The
I'm
goddess
game.
calls.
Something is amiss.
Hopefully the land will heal itself of this cursed blight. We should get moving. The Barrow dens lie within the valley just ahead of us. No! The outpost has been corrupted, and the Treants have been driven mad. They do not deserve this cruel fate.
Come no further, weakling. Lord Tichondrius commanded us to kill anyone attempting to enter this place. And we shall.
Pathetic wretches. It pains me that you once called yourselves night elves.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wild.
Is there trouble?
The goddess calls.
Has
What is
sleep
nature's
dulled
call?
my senses?
Is there trouble?
I heed the
The
voice.
land and I are one.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Are we being invaded?
Our gold mine has
The
collapsed.
great outdoors.
Goddess, light my path. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
What is nature's
dulled
call?
my
Someone
senses.
threatens the wilds. I heed the voice.
Threatens these lands.
Is there trouble?
Our warriors have engaged the
What is
enemy.
nature's call?
The goddess calls.
Threatens these lands.
Are we being invaded? The great outdoors.
Goddess, light
Someone
my
threatens
path.
the
Are we
wild.
being invaded?
The land
I'm
and
game.
I are one.
What is nature's call? For the trees.
The goddess
Our
calls.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
Hi! Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoram. As the goddess
Is there
wills.
trouble?
Amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is
Our
amiss.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
The great outdoors.
I
Insufficient
heed the
gold.
The
voice.
land
of
and
What
I
is
are
nature's
one.
call?
the goddess
Our
calls.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashrathoram. Someone threatens the wilds.
Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done. Anudora. Anudora. What threatens these lands? Ashtherodanador.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. I swear
What is nature's call? Gladly.
I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses? The land and I are one. What
Ashrathoram.
threatens these lands? Something
The goddess
is
calls.
amiss.
I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses?
Someone
The
threatens the
land and
wild.
I are one.
I heed the voice of
Threatens
Elune.
these lands. Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Hi! The hunt is on.
Treant may not root there.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Threatens these lands.
Ashrathoram.
What threatens
By
these
Elune.
lands?
Someone
Has
threatens the
sleep
wild.
dulled my senses? Something is amiss. Ashtherodanador. It shall be done.
Your building is
The
complete.
land and I are one. Anudora.
I heed the voice of
Something
Elune.
is amiss.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The
The land
great
and I are
outdoors.
one. What threatens these lands?
Making trails.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Come forth, druids of the Talon. Let the storm crows fly once again upon the winds of war. Ishnu Allah, my brethren. Kalimdor has need of your powers once again, for the hour of doom is at hand.
We are yours to command, Shundo Stormrage.
Now we must delve into the earth and rouse the ferocious druids of the Claw from their slumber. These barrow deeps have remained untouched for nearly 3,000 years. Still, there's no telling what creatures may have taken up residence after we sealed these tunnels shut.
There is nothing to fear in this place. The only enemy that has ever given me pause is now corrupting the lands above us. Let us be done with this business and get back to the surface.
Agreed. Just be careful. There is no telling how the druids of the Claw will react to us after all this time.
By Elune. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
In position. I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens these lands.
Standing guard. Someone threatens the wilds?
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman. Indurefa. So be it.
The land and I are one. Anudora, these cave spiders are enormous.
I sense a strange darkness tainting them. They have been transformed by a great evil.
As sleep dulls my senses.
The goddess calls.
Speak your
I
mind.
heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these lands? The land and I
The goddess calls.
In the name of Fenaya.
dulls my senses.
Someone threatens the wilds?
It shall be done.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. As the goddess
The land
wills.
and I are one.
Immediately. I heed the voice
What
of Elune.
threatens these lands?
Someone threatens the wild.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
Speak your mind. Standing guard.
The goddess calls. By Elune.
The land and I
I
are
heed
one.
the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss. For Kalimdor,
Ashrathoraman. Someone
what
threatens the wild.
threatens these lands?
Anudora!
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune. I heed the voice of Elune. By
The
Elune.
land and I are one. Ashtherodanador,
Ashrathoraman.
what threatens these lands?
As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. The goddess calls. Demon Vile. This must be what cursed the spiders.
If the corruption can do this to these simple creatures, I dare not imagine what it could do to the beasts who live above.
We must put an end to this corruption, no matter the cost.
For Kalimdor,
Ashrathoraman.
Are we being invaded? Making
The goddess
choice.
calls. The goddess calls.
threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wild.
O Kalimdor!
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
In the name of Cenarius.
By Elune.
What threatens
I
these
hear the voice
lands?
of Elune.
Is there trouble?
The goddess calls.
I am
Ashrathoraman. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills.
What is nature's
I
call?
hear the voice of Elune.
Is there trouble?
Someone threatens the wilds. So be it. By Elune. Immediately.
Something is amiss. Anudora.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtarodana.
Make it
The
fast.
goddess calls. As the goddess wills. So be it.
Threatens
I
these
hear the
lands.
voice of Elune.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtarodanadur. It shall be done. For Kalimdor.
Ashrathoraman.
Anudora.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild. I hear the
Land
voice
and
of
I
Elune.
are one.
By Elune.
Anudora. The land and I are one.
Inventory is full.
Ashtarodanadur.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wilds.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls.
In position.
Immediately. I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses?
Immediately.
Threatens these lands. For
The
Kalimdor.
goddess calls.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
By Elune.
Threatens these lands.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one. It shall
Someone
be done.
threatens the wilds.
Something is
Someone
amiss.
threatens the wilds.
Has sleep dulled my
Ashrathoraman.
senses?
So be it.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Anudora.
Immediately.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess
What
calls.
threatens these lands? It shall
I
be
heed the
done.
voice of Elune.
Inventory is full.
So be it.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman. Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these lands? For Kalimdor,
I heed the voice of Elune.
the land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills.
Old priestess, we need your help. Our shaman was bitten by a strange spider and has become deathly ill. Our tribesmen have run off, leaving us to fend for ourselves.
What would you have us do?
The waters of the nearby Fountain of Life can save him, but we dare not leave him in this state. If you can fill this vial with its waters and return it to us, our shaman's life will be saved.
If his wisdom will prevent you from turning feral like your tribesmen, I will gladly save your shaman. The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens these lands?
Press the attack!
The goddess calls.
Anudora. It shall be done.
Ashrathoraman.
Pathetic wretches.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What is nature's call?
The goddess calls.
The land and I.
Someone threatens the wild.
For Kalimdor.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. Immediately.
Something is amiss. Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
Standing guard.
This must be the fountain of life. I need only place the vial in the fountain's waters. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Inventory is full.
By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
Elune be praised, priestess. Truthfully, we doubted that you'd return. Now our shaman has a chance.
Again, I must thank you for your help. Take this talisman. Should you require our aid, it will summon us to fight at your side.
Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. For Kalimdor.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
The land and I are one. Anudora.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is amiss.
By Elune. The pathway cuts off to the south, but this doorway looks promising.
Oh no. How could I have forgotten?
What is behind this door that worries you, my love?
This door leads to Illidan's prison, Tyrande. We should go. Now.
Illidan? It's been 10,000 years. Could he still be alive? We should free him. He would be the perfect ally against the undead and their demon masters.
No, Tyrande. That beast must never be set free.
But he is your brother.
Be that as it may. He is far too dangerous. I forbid it.
Only the goddess may forbid me anything. I will free Illidan whether you like it or not.
Ashtherodanador. Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor. Torfala Nordora. What threatens these lands? Out with it. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora.
I am prepared.
The land and I are one.
I am prepared.
Something is amiss.
How dare you!
Are we being invaded? Taste my spear!
These lands.
Thy bidding.
Something is amiss. It shall be done. Torfala Nordora.
Out with it. That's given.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
For the trees.
The land and I are one. It shall be done. Anudora. Ashtherodanador. What threatens these lands?
Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? The hunt is on.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Hi!
Something is amiss.
What is nature's call?
Something is amiss. What threatens these lands? The land and I.
What is nature's call?
Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor,
Hi!
the land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Press the attack.
I am prepared.
Something is amiss. What threatens these lands? Ashtherodanador. Anudora. It shall be done. What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador. Let me pass. The Archdruid of the Moonglade demands passage. Anudora. The land and I are one. It shall be done. For Kalimdor, something is amiss. Ashtherodanador.
Your mana is depleted.
Anudora. For Kalimdor, the land and I are one. What threatens these lands? It shall be done. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Pathetic wretches.
The land and I are one. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
How dare you!
What threatens these lands? Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor, the land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done. What threatens these lands?
Is there trouble?
Turn back. You are unworthy to bask in the Bear God's presence.
Bear gods? It shall be done.
Pathetic wretches.
The land and I are one.
Are we being
Has
invaded?
sleep dulled my senses?
Out with it.
What threatens these lands?
Torfala Nordora.
Something is amiss. The land and I are one. What threatens these lands? Perhaps the creature was referring to the sleeping druids of the Claw. But why would he call them bear gods when they appear as I do? Miss.
It has begun.
What is nature's call? Is there trouble?
Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. Ashtherodanador. The land and I are one.
Hi!
For Kalimdor,
Press the attack.
what threatens these lands? Something is amiss. Anudora. For Kalimdor, has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador. Has sleep dulled my senses? Something is amiss. What threatens these foul spawn of Deathwing? I should have known that you loathsome beasts would take refuge within the flames of the earth.
Ah, the druids of the Claw are awake already. Come, my brothers.
We have much to do.
What in the...
They have lost themselves to their animal aspects. They're mindless and feral.
In the Raven's name.
The horn's call might work, but it would reach only a few of them in this part of the cavern.
Our warriors have
What is
engaged.
nature's call?
Land and I are one.
Is there trouble? Are we being invaded?
Something is amiss.
Is there trouble? Gladly.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Dare you!
What is nature's call?
What threatens these lands?
Out with it. I am prepared.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done. For Kalimdor,
Thy
Ashtherodanador,
bidding.
the land and I are
Out with
one.
it.
It shall be done.
Hi!
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Hi!
What threatens these lands? Torfala
I am
Nordora,
prepared.
Anudora. Anudora. It shall be done. The land and I are one. Something is amiss. Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor, Anudora.
Thy bidding.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
What is nature's call?
Threatens these lands.
Pathetic wretches.
The land and I are one. For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador. It shall
I
be
am
done.
prepared.
For Kalimdor, something is amiss. Anudora, Ashtherodanador. It shall be done.
Are we being invaded?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Out with it.
What threatens these lands?
Press the attack.
Is there trouble?
Pathetic wretches. Thy
The
bidding.
land and I are one. Something is
Are we
amiss.
being invaded?
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands? Anudora.
Out with it.
Something is amiss. It shall be done. What threatens these lands?
I am prepared.
Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor, Anudora.
Press the attack.
Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. For Kalimdor,
What is nature's call?
something is amiss.
Is there trouble?
With it.
Something is amiss. It shall be done.
How dare you!
What is nature's call?
And I are one.
I am prepared, my brothers.
Threatens these lands.
Are we being invaded?
Ashtherodanador. For
Is
Kalimdor,
there trouble?
Anudora.
Thy bidding.
Hi!
Has sleep dulled my senses? Torfala Nordora. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. The land and I are one.
Is there trouble?
Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor, it shall be done. Ashtherodanador.
Press the attack. Thy bidding.
Are we being invaded?
Something is amiss. What threatens these lands? Anudora. For Kalimdor, something is amiss. What threatens these lands?
I am prepared.
The land and I.
What is nature's call? Aim dead center. I'm game.
As sleep dulls my senses,
I am prepared.
threatens these lands. As sleep dulls my senses,
Enlighten me.
something
Out
is
with it.
amiss. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador.
Shando's Stormrage. I don't know what came over us. It's been so long since we remembered who we were.
All is well, Theroshan. I have need of you and your mighty brethren once again. After these many ages, the Burning Legion has returned, and only our combined strength can drive them back.
Then we druids of the Claw are yours to command, Shando Stormrage.
I cannot go back.
Your quest is foolhardy. Even your goddess has condemned the one you seek to free.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild. So be it. The goddess calls. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. So be it. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
I swore to avenge.
Someone threatens the wild.
In position.
The goddess calls.
In the name of Cenarius. Anudora.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Speak your mind.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds. Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune.
Anudora.
Induliretha. Immediately. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
In the name of Cenarius.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Okalamdor.
As the goddess wills. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. So be it. The goddess calls.
In the name of Cenarius. Anudora.
So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Induliretha.
Okalamdor.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Anudora.
Immediately.
Standing guard.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Okalamdor.
In position.
Ashrathoraman.
I swore to avenge.
My rage is over.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind. Absolutely.
In the name of Cenarius! In the name of Cenarius!
Immediately. By Elun.
Anudora! Induliretha. Okalandor.
Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills, so be it. By Elun. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elun. Immediately.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Ashrathoraman. So be it. So be it. I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls.
Point the way.
Someone threatens the wilds.
A cache of the Watcher's weapons. These should help us considerably.
The goddess calls.
In position.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Elun. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately.
Intruders.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elun. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild. Walk away. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it.
Anudora!
The goddess calls.
Okalandor!
Waiting on you. I heed the voice of Elun.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wild.
Standing guard.
Immediately.
In the name of Cenarius!
In position.
Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls.
The Treants moved to block my path. Only a powerful druid could command such creatures.
Our warriors have
I heed the
engaged.
voice.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wild.
Sworn to avenge.
I heed the voice of Elun. By Elun. As the goddess wills.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Make it fast.
Immediately. The goddess calls.
I am sworn to avenge.
I heed the voice of Elun. By Elun. So be it.
Induliretha.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wilds. So be it. By Elun.
Standing guard.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
In position.
Someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman.
Make it fast.
Anudora!
In position. Seek.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun.
Speak your mind.
On your mark.
Ashrathoraman.
I am sworn
I
to
heed the
avenge.
voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wild.
Standing guard.
The goddess
Speak
calls.
your mind.
The goddess calls.
In position.
Ashrathoraman.
I walk in shadow.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild. Immediately.
Standing guard.
So be it.
Make it
The goddess
fast.
calls.
I shall not fear.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild. Immediately.
I am sworn to avenge. As the goddess wills.
I'll give it a shot. I heed the voice of Elune.
Standing guard. In position.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind.
I heed the voice of
I am
Elune.
sworn to avenge. I shall not fear.
Someone threatens the wild.
Make it fast.
Ashrathoraman. Done.
Our
The
warriors
goddess
have
calls.
engaged the
Right
enemy.
away.
In position.
Someone threatens the wild. As the goddess wills.
Make it fast.
Hold, priestess. This place is forbidden, even to one such as you. There is a terrible evil here that must remain chained beneath the earth.
Illidan was considered a great hero once. I believe he will become one again.
Madness! You would doom us all by freeing the betrayer.
To avenge.
The goddess calls. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ashrathoraman.
Standing guard. My wait is over.
Someone threatens the wild. On your mark. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. Illidan, is that you?
Tyrande, it is your voice. After all these ages spent in darkness, your voice is like the pure light of the moon upon my mind.
The Legion has returned, Illidan. Your people have need of you once more.
Because I once cared for you, Tyrande, I will hunt down the demons. But I will never owe our people anything.
Then let us hurry back to the surface. The demon's corruption spreads with every second we waste.
It has been an eternity, brother. An eternity spent in darkness.
Illidan. You were sentenced to pay for your sins. Nothing more.
And who are you to judge me? We fought the demons side by side, if you recall.
Enough of this, both of you. What is done. My love, with Illidan's help, we will drive the demons back once again and save what is left of our beloved land.
Have you even considered the cost, Tyrande? This betrayer's aid may doom us all before the end. I will have nothing to do with this.
I am free after 10,000 years. Yet still my own brother thinks I am a villain. I'll show him my true power. I'll show him that the demons have no hold over me.
Are you certain of that, Demon Hunter? Are you certain your will is your own?
You reek of death, human. You'll regret approaching me.
Come then. You'll find that we're evenly matched.
We could go on fighting like this forever. What is it you truly want?
The Dreadlord who commands this undead army is called Tichondrius.
He controls a powerful warlock artifact called the Skull of Gul'dan. It is responsible for corrupting these forests.
And you wish for me to steal it? Why?
Let's just say that I have no love for Tichondrius, and the Lord I serve would benefit from the Legion's downfall.
Why should I believe anything you say, little human?
My master sees all, Demon Hunter. He knows that you've sought power your whole life. Now it lies within your grasp. Seize it, and your enemies will be undone.
I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? I grow impatient. Is that all?
More lumber is required. More lumber is required. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
You dare speak to me? You'll regret approaching me. Vengeance is mine.
Research finished. More lumber is required. We can't build there. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Research finished.
Die, fool.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Our warriors
I
have
grow
engaged the enemy.
impatient. Are there demons nearby?
Our time is short.
You dare speak to me?
Your
Evil
building is
draws
complete. Our
close.
warriors have engaged the enemy.
Are there demons nearby? I grow impatient.
Your building is complete.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Insufficient gold.
You dare speak to me? Easily. Hardly a challenge.
Where shall I strike?
Ah, the
I'm
great
blind, not
outdoors.
deaf.
Research finished. Our
I
sacred
grow
grove is being
impatient.
desecrated. More lumber is required.
Are we being invaded?
Come no further, weakling. Lord Tichondrius commanded us to kill anyone attempting to enter this place, and we shall.
Yes. I grow impatient. Are there demons nearby? I'm blind, not deaf.
Research finished. Your
I
building
grow
is complete.
impatient. You dare speak to me?
Where shall I strike? My path is clear. I'm awake. My strength is yours.
Once grow impatient. I'm blind, not deaf.
Insufficient gold.
Demons nearby. Hardly a challenge.
The seeker has awakened.
You dare speak to me? Vengeance is mine. I grow impatient.
Our warriors have engaged
I'm
the
blind,
enemy.
not deaf. Are there demons
Research
nearby?
finished.
I'm awake.
Easily. You dare speak to me? You dare speak to me? I grow impatient. Hardly a challenge.
My strength
I'm blind,
is
not deaf. Are there demons nearby?
Of course.
You dare speak to me? Are there demons nearby? I grow impatient.
Make it fast.
Easily. I'm blind.
I'm sure.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Research finished.
You dare speak
Where
to me?
shall I strike? Where shall I
grow
strike?
impatient. Are there demons nearby? Is that all? I'm blind, not deaf.
My strength is yours.
Insufficient floor.
Are there demons nearby?
Your time is short. I'm awake. I'm awake. Our time is short. Where shall I strike?
I grow impatient. Evil draws close.
Our warriors
I grow
have engaged.
impatient.
My strength is yours. I'm awake.
Is there
I'm
trouble?
awake.
I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? You dare speak to me?
Your man is defeated.
Where shall I strike? Our time is short.
Dare speak to
My
me?
strength is yours.
Are there
Where
demons
shall I
nearby?
strike?
Upgrade finished.
Evil draws close.
My strength is yours.
Our warriors have
I'm
engaged.
not deaf.
Our time is short.
You'll regret approaching me.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Research finished.
I grow impatient. I grow impatient.
Our time is short.
Are there demons nearby? Is that all? Die, fool. Vengeance is mine.
My strength is yours. Anudura. Of course.
I'm
Anudura.
blind, not deaf. You dare speak to me? Easily. You dare speak to me?
Research finished.
Hardly a challenge. Hardly a challenge. Are there demons nearby?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Hi! Gladly. For the
I
trees.
grow impatient.
Where shall I strike?
Ah,
My
the
path
great
is
outdoors.
clear.
I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? You dare speak to me easily.
Research finished.
I grow impatient.
Is there trouble?
I grow impatient. You dare speak to me?
Your building is complete.
I'm blind, not deaf. Is that all? Evil draws close. Are
Your
there
building
demons
is
nearby?
complete.
What is nature's call? Taste my spear.
Dare speak to me?
Hi!
I grow
Are we
impatient.
being invaded?
My strength is yours. Clear. Where shall I strike? Victory is at hand.
Are there demons nearby? I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? I'm blind, not deaf. Evil draws close. You dare speak to me?
Research finished.
sleeper has awakened.
Are we being
I grow
invaded?
impatient.
What is nature's call?
Insufficient gold.
Dare speak to me.
Our time is short.
I grow impatient. Are there demons nearby?
I'm awake.
I'm
Our
blind,
warriors
not
have
deaf.
engaged the enemy.
My strength is yours.
I grow
Where
impatient.
shall I strike? Anudura. At once. Of course.
Yes. I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? You dare speak to me? Are there demons nearby? I grow impatient.
Is there trouble?
I'm blind, not deaf.
Are we being invaded?
Demons nearby. Of course.
What's nature's call?
I grow impatient.
I pity
You dare speak to me? I'm blind, not
Ah,
deaf.
the great outdoors.
Is that all? I grow impatient. I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? You dare speak to me? Die, fool.
Your building is complete.
I grow impatient. Hardly a challenge.
Out with it.
Are there demons nearby? Easily. You dare speak to me? Easily. I'm blind, not deaf. I grow
Inventory is
impatient.
full.
The sleeper
Are there
has
demons
awakened.
nearby?
Research
I'm
finished.
awake. I'm awake. At once.
I'm blind, not deaf. Is that all? Hardly a challenge. You dare speak to me? I grow impatient.
By the great
Your building is
Come.
complete.
I am prepared.
You dare speak to me?
Insufficient gold.
I'm blind, not deaf.
By the great winds.
Anudura. Once. My path is clear.
Are there demons
Where
nearby?
shall I strike?
Easily. Hardly a challenge. You'll regret approaching me. You dare speak to me?
The
Create
sleeper
more.
has
with
I'm awake. Anudura.
I am prepared.
I grow
My
impatient.
strength is yours.
Are there demons
Our
nearby?
warriors have engaged
Is
the
that
enemy.
all? Is that all?
By the great winds I come.
I'm blind,
Where
not
shall I
deaf.
strike?
Are there
I'm
demons
awake.
nearby?
I'm awake.
I grow
Anudura.
impatient. You
Our time
dare
is
speak
short.
to me? Are
My
there demons
strength
nearby?
is yours.
I grow
path is
impatient.
clear.
I'm blind, not deaf. I grow grow impatient.
Your building is
Hardly a
complete.
challenge.
Your building
Dare
is
speak
complete.
to me.
Our warriors have engaged.
Demons nearby. I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? Evil draws close. I'm blind, not deaf.
Research finished.
By the great wind, yes, me. Enlighten. I grow impatient.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I'm blind, not deaf. Are there demons nearby? Healing. Healing. Yes,
Has awakened. Where shall
Are there demons nearby?
Great
With me.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
my strength is yours?
Hi.
You dare speak to me.
Is there trouble? Making trails.
I grow impatient. Are there demons nearby? I'm blind.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I grow impatient.
Your mind.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Are we being invaded?
Dare speak to me. Are there demons nearby?
My strength
The
is
sleeper
yours.
has
I'm blind,
awakened.
not deaf. Evil draws close.
Our warriors have
Dare
engaged the
speak
enemy.
to me.
My strength is yours. Of course.
I grow
Our time
impatient.
is short. The sleeper has awakened. Where shall I strike?
Dare speak to me.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Are there demons nearby?
I'm awake.
I grow
Where shall I
impatient.
strike?
Out with it. That's a given.
Our time is short.
I'm blind, not
My
deaf.
strength is yours.
I grow
Where shall I strike?
Is there trouble?
demons nearby.
Is clear. Anuduran.
I'm blind,
My
not deaf.
strength is yours.
By the great winds I come.
You dare
By
speak to me. Hardly a challenge. I grow impatient.
The sleeper
I'm
has
blind,
awakened.
not deaf.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Are there demons nearby? Are there demons nearby? Is that all? I'm blind, not deaf. You dare speak to me? Hardly a challenge. Evil draws close.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I grow impatient.
Great out.
Dare speak to me?
What is nature's call?
I'm blind, not deaf.
invaded? I'm game. Great outbreak. Is there trouble? What is nature's call? Dead center. Is there trouble?
That is where the skull of Gul'dan is kept. These paltry demons will not prevent me from claiming it. Is that all? Hardly a challenge.
By the great wings I come.
What is nature's call? Our warriors have engaged the
I'm blind, not my path is clear. Of course. Our time is short.
You dare speak to me?
My strength is yours.
I grow impatient. Now, at least the demons will no longer corrupt the forests. But if I destroy the skull and claim its powers as my own, I will become stronger than any of Archimonde's lieutenants. Yes, the power should be mine.
Now I am complete.
I am prepared.
You dare speak to me?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
And I grow impatient.
Our time is short. The sleeper has shall I strike? Anudora.
My bidding.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Our time is short.
Is that all?
I'm awake.
I'm blind, not deaf. You dare speak to me? Are there demons nearby? Easily. I'm blind, not deaf.
My bidding.
I'm impatient. You will regret approaching me. Evil draws close. Is that all? Are there demons nearby?
Is there trouble?
Enlighten me.
I'm blind, not
What is
deaf.
nature's call? For the trees.
You dare speak to me? I grow impatient.
I am prepared.
Are there demons nearby? You dare speak to me? I'm blind, not deaf. Once, I grow impatient. Are there demons nearby? Hardly a challenge. You dare speak to me? What? Who are you? Let's see how confident you are against one of your own guides, Dreadlord.
Gladly. Aim dead center. Hi.
foul demon! What have you done with my brother?
It is I. This is what I've become.
No. Illidan, how could you?
The leader of the undead has been destroyed, and the forests will heal in time.
At the cost of your soul? You are no brother of mine. Be gone from this place, and never set foot in our lands again.
So be it, brother.
We have no time for this. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, a great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudman, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
I'm sorry I'm late. It's just as we feared. Archimonde and his Doomguard are making their way towards the summit. He'll be here any moment.
10,000 years ago, we Night Elves defeated the Burning Legion. Though the rest of the world was shattered, we were left free to live out our immortal lives in peace, bound to the World Tree. We are its protectors, and through it we were granted immortality and power over nature. Now, at last, it is time we gave that power back.
You realize that we will age as these mortals do. Our powers over nature will wane in time.
If pride gives us pause, my love, then perhaps we have lived long enough already. I will proceed to the summit and prepare our defenses there. Whatever comes, my love, remember, our bond is eternal.
Hear me, Night Elves. The time for reckoning has come.
If you can provide our bases with support and keep us from being overwhelmed, Thrall and I will delay Archimonde's ascent.
Your plan is a bold one, girl. Perhaps I have misjudged you, Outlanders. May Elune shine upon you.
To arms, my brethren. To arms, brave orcs and humans. Twilight falls, and the enemy awaits.
Ashrathoraman.
For Kalimdor.
Priestess Tyrande, the undead have begun to construct a new settlement. It won't be long before they start attacking our allies.
Sleep dulled my senses.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Research finished. Research finished. Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished.
The undead are attacking. Send help.
Let's get going.
Of course. At once.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Your building is complete. Research finished. Research finished. Your building is complete.
The goddess calls.
Insufficient gold.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Our time is short. I'm awake. I'm awake.
As sleep dulled my senses. Ashnerodana. Anudora. It shall be done.
Town needs help. Research finished.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Your building is complete. Research
I heed
finished.
the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
Our warriors have engaged.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune.
By the great winds I
Someone
come.
threatens the wilds.
The sleeper has awakened.
Out with it. That's a given.
Research finished. Insufficient gold. Our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our warriors have engaged insufficient gold.
I am prepared for my brothers.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Our time is short.
Waiting on you.
More lumber is required. Your building is complete.
Someone threatens the wilds.
The
I heed the
sleeper
voice.
has
Research
awakened.
finished. More lumber is required.
The goddess calls.
My strength is your sleeper has awakened.
It shall be.
More lumber is required.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Ashrathoram. So be it.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Ah, the great outdoors.
My path is clear.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
The sleeper has awakened.
I heed the voice of Elune.
By the great winds I come.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman. The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep dulled my senses?
The sleeper has awakened.
The land and I are
Where
one.
shall I strike?
Enlighten me.
Our time is short.
Ashtherodanador.
Where
Our
shall I
allies'
strike?
town needs help.
The sleeper has awakened.
By the great winds I come.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
The land and I.
The goddess calls.
Ah, the great outdoors.
By the great winds I
More
come.
lumber is required.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is
My
amiss.
strength is yours.
Someone
Anudora.
threatens the wild.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Ashrathoraman.
My strength is yours. The sleeper has awakened.
I heed the
By
voice
the
of
great
Elune.
winds I come.
Our time
I
is
bid
short.
No one shall be the wiser.
Someone threatens the
The
wild.
sleeper has awakened.
The goddess calls.
Something is
Ashrathoraman.
amiss.
As the goddess
The
wills.
land and I are one.
I am prepared.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands.
By the great
Ashrathoraman.
winds I come.
The goddess calls.
Our allies' town
I
needs
heed the
help.
voice of Elune.
The sleeper has awakened.
Is there trouble?
What
The
threatens
goddess
these lands?
calls. Someone threatens
The
the
land
wild.
and I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
Something
I heed the
is
voice of
amiss.
Elune.
Research finished.
Ah,
I
the
heed the
great
voice of Elune.
outdoors. Hi.
By Elune.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Out with it.
goddess
Something is
calls.
amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
Are we being invaded?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
What is nature's call?
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep
Where shall I
dulled my
strike?
senses?
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Where shall I strike? Our time is short. At once.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Research finished.
My strength is yours. Of course.
Someone threatens the wilds.
What threatens
Asher
these
Thoraman.
lands?
As the goddess wills. The goddess I heed the voice of the
Something
Are we
is
being
amiss.
invaded?
Asher Thoraman. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
By the great winds I come.
Someone
Has
threatens the
sleep
wilds.
dulled my senses?
Asher
The land
Thoraman.
and I
What is
are
nature's
one.
call?
Immediately. By Elin.
Threatens these lands. For Kalamor.
I heed the voice of Elin.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Dulled my senses.
Someone threatens the wild. The goddess calls.
Hi! Making trails.
I heed the voice of Elin. As
The
the
land
goddess
and I
wills.
are one.
By the
Asher
great
Thoraman.
winds I come.
Threatens these lands.
Someone
The
threatens the
sleeper
wild.
has
Sleep
awakened.
dulled my senses?
Anudura. Of course.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
By the great winds I come.
I heed the
The
voice
great
of Elin.
outdoors.
The land and I are one.
Asher Thoraman.
Our time is short.
I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the
Something
wild.
is
I'm
amiss.
awake. I'm awake.
Is there trouble?
Asher
I
Thoraman.
am prepared.
Are we being
Your
invaded?
building is complete.
The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep
Hi!
dulled
Where
my
shall I
senses?
Your
For the
building
trees.
is complete.
Asher Thoraman.
Your building is
My
complete.
strength is
Your
yours.
building is complete.
Someone threatens the wild.
The great outdoors.
The goddess calls. The goddess calls.
By the great winds I come.
Asher Thoraman.
Something is
The
amiss.
great
Where
outdoors.
shall I strike? I'm awake. I'm
Someone
awake.
threatens the wild.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Threatens these lands.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The sleeper
By the
has
great
awakened.
winds I
Is
come.
amiss.
The sleeper has awakened.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds.
The land
By the
and
great
I.
winds I come.
My
The
path
goddess
is
calls.
clear.
What threatens these lands?
The goddess
Something
calls.
is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
At once.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of a loon.
What
The
threatens these
sleeper
lands?
has awakened.
Someone threatens the wild.
Is there trouble?
Is amiss.
Immediately.
What is nature's call?
I am prepared.
Ashrathoraman.
Our time is short.
By the great winds I come.
The goddess calls.
Your building is complete.
The
So be
land
it.
and I are one.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is amiss.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Anudura.
Your building is complete. Your building
The
is
sleeper
complete.
has
The goddess
awakened.
calls.
Dulled my senses.
I heed the voice
By
of
the
a loon.
great winds I
My
come.
path threatens these
clear.
lands.
Hi.
What threatens these
Ashrathoraman.
lands?
I heed the
Ashtherodon,
voice of a loon.
the land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Our allies' town needs help. Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of a loon.
The sleeper has
Someone threatens
awakened.
the wild.
By the
So
great
be it.
winds I come.
The goddess calls. Immediately.
The sleeper has awakened.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
Where shall I strike?
I heed the voice of a loon.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Someone threatens the wild.
My strength is yours.
Our allies' town needs help.
Ashrathoraman. As the goddess
My strength is yours.
Ah, the great outdoors.
By the great winds
Ah, the great outdoors.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I heed the voice.
It shall be.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. The goddess calls. So be
By
it.
the great winds I come.
The sleeper has awakened. Our time is short.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Where shall I strike? Our time is short.
Someone threatens the wilds. By a loon.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Insufficient gold.
I heed the voice of a loon.
Enlighten me.
As the goddess wills.
What threatens these
I
Ah,
heed the
the
voice of
great
a loon.
outdoors.
Ashrathoraman.
Ah, the great outdoors.
By the great winds I come.
The goddess calls.
senses.
I heed the voice
The
of
sleeper has awakened.
as the goddess
Threatens
wills.
these lands.
Anudora. My path is clear.
Something
Asha
is
Thorama.
amiss.
Of course.
The goddess
The
calls.
land and I are one.
Someone
Something
threatens
is
the wild.
amiss.
Are we being invaded?
Asha
It
Thorama.
threatens these lands.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls.
The sleeper has awakened.
Has sleep dulled
Asha
my
Thorama.
senses?
The
goddess
sleeper
calls.
has
And I
awakened.
are
Shall I
one.
strike?
Insufficient gold.
By the great winds I come.
Someone threatens the
threatens
wild.
My
these
strength
lands?
is yours.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
What is nature's
Where
call?
shall I strike?
Has sleep
The goddess
dulled my
calls.
senses?
Asha Thorama.
What threatens
The
these
sleeper
lands?
has awakened. My strength is yours. Has awakened.
I heed the
Our
voice of
time
Elune.
is short.
Our allies' town needs help. What is nature's call?
Our champion has fallen.
Something is amiss.
I'm awake.
Our allies' town needs help. Our champion has fallen.
Anudora.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Is there trouble? I'm game. Hi.
Enlighten me. Outward to me. It has begun.
An allied
Are
champion
we being
has fallen.
invaded?
I am prepared. By the great winds I
What
come.
is nature's call?
I begin for my brothers.
Our allies'
Are we
town
being
needs help.
invaded? Hi. The hunt is on.
The sleeper
For the
has
trees.
awakened. Where shall I strike?
Gladly.
Our time is short. My strength
By the
is
great
yours.
winds I come.
Our time is short. Where shall I strike? Of course.
Ah, the great outdoors. Ah, the great outdoors.
You are very brave to stand against me, little human. If only your countrymen had been as bold, I would have had more fun scouring your wretched nations from the world.
Is talking all you demons do?
Stormrage, show yourself. Or do you intend to have mortal girls do all your fighting for you?
By the great winds I come.
Our allies' town needs help. Priestess, the undead have constructed a new settlement. They are mustering new forces to send at us.
My strength is yours.
Enlighten me.
I'm awake.
Someone
I'm
threatens
awake.
the wilds.
Ah,
By the great
great
winds
outdoors.
I come. I am prepared.
The sleeper has awakened. My strength is yours.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it.
By the great wind, out with it. I come. That's a given. Out with it.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Your building is complete.
The sleeper has awakened. The sleeper has awakened.
The goddess calls.
By the great winds I come. I am prepared.
Our time is short.
Thy bidding. That's a given. By the great wind,
where shall I strike? The sleeper has awakened. I'm awake. The sleeper has awakened.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
Where shall I strike? Anudura. Our time is short. Our strength is yours. The sleeper has awakened. I'm awake.
The goddess calls.
The sleeper has awakened.
Has sleep?
Where shall I strike?
The great wind.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
At once.
Ah, the great outdoors.
What threatens
Our
these
time
lands?
is short.
Out with it. By the
Ah,
great
the
winds
great
I come.
outdoors.
Of course.
The land and I are one.
Is there trouble? Making trails.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Has sleep dulled my
I
senses?
heed the voice of Elune.
What is nature's
My
call?
strength is yours.
Something
I heed the
I'm
voice of
awake.
Elune.
I'm awake. Our time is short.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
My strength is yours.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
We're under attack! Send reinforcements quickly!
My path is clear. At once.
The goddess
The
calls.
land and I are one. Something is amiss. Has sleep
The
dulled my
goddess calls.
senses?
I heed the
The
voice of
land and
Elune.
I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Anudura. I'm awake. I'm awake. Of course. Where shall I strike?
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
Press the attack!
The sleeper
Ah,
has
the
awakened.
great outdoors.
What threatens these lands? Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
The goddess
What
calls.
threatens these
By the
lands?
great winds
By
I
Elune.
come.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep
I
dulled
heed the
my
voice of
senses?
Elune.
My path is clear.
Something is amiss.
Your man is
Threatens these lands.
The
Someone
sleeper
throws the
has
The land
awakened.
and I are one.
By the great wind
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess
out with it.
Our time is short. Once, our course.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Has
I'm
sleep
awake.
dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wild.
I are one.
Immediately.
Where shall I strike?
What threatens these lands? It shall be done.
I heed the voice of Elune.
At
By the
once.
great winds I
Once.
come.
My
The
path
sleeper
is
has
clear.
awakened.
The goddess
Our
calls.
time is short.
amiss.
The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep dulled my senses?
My strength is yours. I'm awake.
By the
I'm
great
awake.
winds I come.
Where shall I strike?
The land and I are one.
Enlighten
I'm
me.
awake. I'm awake.
Someone threatens the wild.
Has sleep dulled my
My
senses?
strength is yours.
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
The sleeper
I heed the
has
voice of
awakened.
Elune.
What threatens these lands?
The goddess calls.
The
Ashrathoraman.
land and I are one.
I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the
Threatens
wild.
these lands.
Someone
It
threatens
is
the wild.
amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
The
The
goddess
land
calls.
and I are one.
Where shall I strike?
I heed the
What
voice of
threatens
Elune.
these lands?
Our time is
So
short.
be it.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of
Our
Elune.
time is short.
The
Anudura.
goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Where shall I strike?
Thy bidding.
Has sleep
I'm awake.
dulled my
I'm
senses?
awake.
The land and
Someone
I
The
are
threatens the
one.
sleeper
wild.
has
Ashrathoraman.
Threatens these lands.
I'm awake.
The goddess calls.
Our warriors have engaged the
Ashrathoraman.
The land
Where shall I strike? Of course.
By the great winds I come.
Someone threatens the
has
wild.
sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the
bidding.
wild. By Elune.
The
Threatens these
sleeper has
lands.
awakened.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Our time is short.
Ashrathoraman.
Threatens these lands.
By the great winds I come.
The land and
Out with
I
it.
are one. Something
I heed the voice
is
of
amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wild.
What threatens these
I
lands?
heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
Something
The
is
goddess
amiss.
calls.
My strength is yours.
I heed the voice of
Threatens
Elune.
these lands.
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
Someone
As
threatens the
sleep
wild.
dulled my senses. For Kalimdor,
I heard the voice of a wind.
Our allies' town is coming.
Someone threatens the wild. Someone threatens the wild.
threatens these lands.
I heard the voice of a wind. The goddess calls.
As sleep dulled my senses.
I heed the voice
The
of a
land
wind.
and I are one.
So be it. Someone threatens the
The
wild.
land and I are one.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
By the great winds I
Someone
come.
threatens the
As
wild.
sleep dulled my senses.
I heed the voice of a
What
loon.
threatens these lands?
Is there trouble? Hi!
Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these
The goddess
lands?
calls.
It shall be done. As sleep dulled my senses.
Our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
Sacred grove is being desecrated.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is amiss. What threatens these lands?
The great outlaw.
Amiss. As sleep dulled my senses.
Great winds I come.
I heed the voice
Are we
of a
being
loon.
invaded?
Out with it.
As sleep dulled my senses.
The sleeper has awakened. My path is clear. Anudura,
By the
my
great
strength
winds
is
I come.
yours.
Something is amiss.
The sleeper
Of
has
course.
awakened.
The goddess
What
calls.
threatens these lands?
Someone threatens the
Where
wild.
shall I strike?
I have
By the
prepared
great sleep
winds I
dulled my
come.
senses.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice
Our
of a
time
loon.
is short.
Ashrathoraman.
The land and I
Our
are
gold
one.
mine is
Our
running
warriors
low.
have
The
engaged
goddess
the enemy.
calls.
The great outlaw.
What
Are we
threatens
being
these
invaded?
lands?
Enlighten.
Hush them down.
Our allies' town needs help.
Is amiss.
The sleeper has awakened.
By the great my senses I come.
Immediately.
Our time is short.
The goddess calls.
Out with it.
So be it.
By the great winds I come.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands.
The goddess
The
calls.
great outlaw. In the name of Samaria.
Is amiss.
I heed the voice of a loon.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
By
What
the
is
great
nature's
winds
call?
I come.
Of course.
Your mana is depleted.
Where shall I strike?
I heed the voice of a loon.
The land and I are one. it shall
Our
be done.
allies' town needs help.
Someone
The
please
Sleeper
prepare.
has awakened.
As the great winds, someone please watch.
After this, dull my senses.
I hear the voice.
I'm awake. I'm awake. My strength is yours.
By the great winds, I come. By the wind threatens these lands.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
The Sleeper has awakened.
An allied champion has fallen.
Dull my senses.
The goddess voice. By the great winds, I come.
Our time is short.
Someone please watch. Threatens these lands.
Something is amiss.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I hear the voice. I know. By the great winds, I
Our
come.
warriors
The
have
goddess
engaged the
calls.
enemy.
As sleep dull my senses.
Ashatoram.
Profana Nordora.
Anudora! Sentinels, attack! Okalamdor!
Someone please rise. Out with it. As the goddess wills.
Our warriors have
By the
engaged
great
the
winds,
enemy.
I come.
Something is amiss.
Ashatoram.
Our allies' town
The
needs help.
land and I are
The
one.
great
Goddess
outdoors.
calls.
What threatens these lands?
I
Anudora.
heed the voice of the wind. Immediately.
Something
By the great
is
goddess
amiss.
calls. I come. So be it. I heed the voice of the wind. As the goddess
Threatens
wills.
these lands.
Our allies'
Where shall
town
I
needs
start?
help.
Please alive.
Once.
The great
Is there
outdoors.
trouble?
By
The land and I are one.
By the great wind.
You orcs are weak and hardly worth the effort. I wonder why Manaroth even bothered with you.
Our spirit is stronger than you know, demon. If we are to fall, then so be it. At least now, we are free.
Wicked little lope actually hurt me. Are there none left to stand against the Legion? This is almost too easy. If I had known that this mortal resistance would be so weak, I would have launched this invasion centuries ago.
Someone
Your
threatens the
building
wild.
is complete.
Are we being
Your
invaded?
building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I heed the voice of the wind.
Priestess, the undead have constructed a final settlement. They are mustering new forces with every passing moment.
The goddess calls.
The Sleeper has my strength is
As
yours.
sleep dulled my senses.
Ashatoraman.
Something is
Goddess
amiss.
calls. By the great winds I come. Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of a loon. The goddess calls.
What threatens these
The
lands?
Sleeper has awakened.
By the great
Insufficient
winds I
gold.
come.
As sleep dulled my senses.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Something is amiss.
I am prepared.
Our time is short. My strength is yours. Anudora. Anudora. Where
By
shall
the
I
great
strike?
winds I come.
The great
sleep
outdoors. What is
dulled
nature's
my
call?
senses.
For my brothers.
The land
The
and I
Sleeper
are one.
has awakened. I'm awake.
Insufficient gold.
Who'd you want to kill?
Let the tyranny threatens these lands.
My strength is yours. Our time is short.
By the great winds I come.
Who do you want to kill? Where shall I strike?
Is there trouble?
I hear the voice.
The great
By the great winds I come.
My strength is yours. I'm awake. Where shall I strike? My strength is yours.
The goddess
Our time is short.
Ah, the great outdoors.
I heed the voice.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Are we being invaded?
At once. Where shall I strike?
We can't build there.
Our time is short.
The goddess calls.
The land and I
heed the
one.
voice of Elune.
Who do you want to kill?
Something
Do you want
is
axe?
amiss.
Someone opens the door.
Come, you night elves! Where is the fire and the passion with which you fought so long ago?
Is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
Threatens these lands.
Sacred grove is being desecrated.
By the
I
great
heed the voice of Elune.
out with it.
The land and I one.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What is nature's
Your
call?
building is complete.
The name of the Marius.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
Archimonde's victory here has made him overconfident. He will not see the trap that I laid for him until it is too late.
At last, the way to the World Tree is clear. Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
The Outlanders held him back as long as they could. Were you successful in planning the summit's defense?
Yes. Now our victory is assured.
nature herself rise up to banish the shadow forever. As for me, I came back to ensure that there would be a future, to teach the world that it no longer needed guardians. The hope for future generations has always resided in mortal hands. And now that my task is done,